Right. I can do a VOD review for you. I am I peaked Diamond player. You can't see it, but in season 15, I hit Diamond 5 on 6v6. And then I usually sit somewhere around Plat 2, Plat 1 for tank. This season was a little bit lower because I was trying a new hero, Mauga. And then also the drives kind of fucked me up. But I usually sit like Plat 2 with Mauga. I had 7 hours with them last season. With that said, though, I'm just going to say what works for me. If someone watching this video has a better idea of what's going on and better advice, please share. I'm just going to share what I know. But yeah, with that said, let's get into your video. Also realizing that this is open queue, so I do play a lot of 6v6 last season. That's where a lot of my tank games were. Looking at the comp, your comp, you have triple support, or triple DPS, one tank, two support, and then they have two support. They have two. So a little unfortunate there, but you can make it work. Okay, so out of the gate here, using shout like that, you kind of wasted it. Using it as a movement tool, right, is good for maps where you're like traveling to a point. But since the choke on this map is so close to like where the enemies are, like shouting outside, like this is where you shouted. You shouted right here, right? And you're nowhere near the enemies. I mean, you kind of are, but you're not like close enough to them to like take damage or like take advantage of the shout. So shouting right there is wasteful. That's the first thing I noticed. Just for reference, like I would have shouted, like this is what I would have done. Like I would have walked up right here, and I would have shouted like right here, and I would have like kind of played like right here, and maybe axed the Ramatra. Then if I start taking damage, like I would have backed up this way around this pillar. King's Row, you always want to wrap around this way, right? Because your team can see you, they can heal you. The enemy team can't really see you unless they move around, and you can hide behind this pillar. So, just something to think about.
I need you, Gracie.
Right here, like you're kind of poking his queen. Okay, you have your shout up again. He was deflecting. You wasted shout again. You're shouting for no reason, it seems like. Like that shout does nothing for you. You shouted and you're reloading your gun, you know? You want to shout and you want to axe them and take damage, right? Like you want to shout and then you want to go in. So like you want to be right here and you want to shout and try to axe that Genji, right? Or you want to shout like right here and axe these players. You don't want to shout behind a wall where they can't even see you. It's just wasteful. You know, it's not going to do anything for you. So off the bat, shout management, pretty bad. But that's okay. You can work on it.
Here, Gracie.
Again, like you're playing like really far away.
Thanks.
If you have your shout coming up, I want to see you maybe get healed up here. Shout and run at that queen. Shout and run at that queen. Shout, run at that queen and axe them.
You're scattered.
Shout, run. There you go. See? Even though he was deflecting, you took space with it.
Hunting them down.
I wouldn't have backed up there just because your team can't heal you. But I like the idea. You use shout. So your team's following up, which is nice. But I would have shouted as soon as the Genji deflected. I couldn't have gotten him. I would have backed up a little bit, or I would have pushed this way. That way, my Alari can heal me. But But yeah, that's okay. Okay. You do go Mauga. And I think you mentioned that you couldn't play at the effective range as Queen. I will say, like, I think you're afraid to take damage with her. You have to be. That's why you have your shout, is so you can take the space and take that and get into the range you need. I think that Queen would have worked perfectly well here. It's just you seem kind of afraid and you're wasting your shout. So, but let's see what goes on with Mauga. I like Mauga a lot, actually. People don't seem to like him, but I think he has a lot of love it. Shooting squishies, setting them on fire. Good job. You know the mechanic.
Thanks for patching me up.
So, kind of wasted your shout there. You were full health. You weren't being pressed. You weren't in danger. And now it's on a 13-second cooldown. It's a short cooldown, too. Well, not short cooldown, but it doesn't last very long. So you want to use your Mauga shout when you're getting pressed, when you have a tank in your face, or anyone really in your face, and you're less than half health, basically, and you need to sustain. That's when you want to use it. It doesn't necessarily give you any more damage, it just gives you sustain. So think of it as like your shield, right? Like pressing you're on PC, so pressing your E, that's your shield. That's how you, I think it's his E. Yeah. That's how you sustain. That's your like, oh shit, get out of jail free card. So using it right here, you know, you don't use it to take space, you use it to like keep space, kind of. It's like the opposite of Queen Shout. So, yeah, just think about that.
I am capturing the objective.
I like it, using your movement to get the health pack. Right here, I would like to see you, when you get your charge back up, I'd like to see you charge at this Genji. Because he's kind of frontlining, like he should be punished for this. He backed out. So, a trap that I see like a lot of... You wasted your E again. A trap that I see like a lot of like tanks get into is like not really like moving and like kind of taking like these weird long like just poke battles forever. At some point, like you have to take space. Like look at where your Cassidy and your Freya are. Like that's where you need to be right now. Like standing right there and like shooting these guys, it's just like I don't know. You could be doing more. I want to see you wrap around. Next time you play King's Row, play around this statue. Play where your Cassidy and Freya are. It gives you a much better sightline of the enemies. It pushes them back, right? And it allows your team to walk forward past the choke. You know, being stuck at a choke and like shooting and like just poking as Mauga or really any tank, it's just kind of like a trap I see a lot of people get into. So a lot about playing tank is like your positioning and just your movement in general. I don't hate how you're moving here, but I would have loved to see you wrap around the statue instead, because your supports can see you better. But so far, not terrible. But the one thing I can notice, you shouted for no reason. You just wasted your shout. I don't know if you know this, but your shout, I think I already went over this, but when you shout like that, it isn't giving you more damage. It's there to keep you up. If no one's in your face and no one's shooting you and you're not half health, then like you shouldn't use your shout. You want to use your shout like when you go into the enemy, right? Like it's kind of like a give and pull, you know, with playing Mauga. It's like limit testing. It's like seeing what you can get away with. You want to charge, not necessarily into their whole team. They do have an Ana. You have to be really careful about that. But a better way to use your shout. You guys have the cart. The cart will push up. Someone will push it. You're going to stand at this choke, I'm assuming, for quite a while. Instead, I would have loved to see you charge up here to this cover, and then peeked a little bit and played here, you know? And then if they push you, if they get really close to you while you're behind this wall, then you shout. But shouting from like 70 meters away, it's just very wasteful. Your aim is pretty good and decent, to be honest. I like that you shoot squishies. Not a lot of Maugas do that. It actually creates like a ton of space. I want to see you. There you go. I like the cancel. See, okay. Okay. Very good. I want to watch this again real quick.
I'm gonna catch you.
Good. Okay. Let's see something. I like the charge. You cancel, and then you press your E a little early. But I like the way that you're using it here. You do press it slightly early. I would have liked to see you charge in, cancel the charge, and then use your E for sustain. You are fighting in a... I think this is your Juno ult. Yeah, this is your Juno ult. Okay. So yeah, good. I like this. But just think about how you're using your E a little more. I would have saved it. I would have used it at this moment right here. Maybe not even used it, because you're full health and you're in a Juno ult. So, but that's the best. That use right there is the best I've seen you use it. So, nice stomp. You have your E coming up. I would have chased. I would chase these kills. I would chase that queen with your Freya.
For the cage fight.
I wouldn't be on cart here. Your job is not to push cart, it's to take space. So I would be off the cart, pushed up a little. I would just charge into them right now and E. You wasted your E.
Let's just stick with the payload, huh?
That's the big thing. Good kill. See, charging in like that, and then save your E for when you charge in like that. I mean, okay, sweet. It was also interesting to see what perks you got. I also like, I think his perks are very, either or could work actually. So I'm a big fan of the running reload perk. I think that's super solid. You're eating for no reason. I wouldn't even peek a like Bastion like that while he's turret mode from that range. From close range, yes. If you close range and you E and he's in turret mode, you win the fight. Like, oh no, that was close. Okay. I'm noticing like you're kind of playing like far back as Mauga. Like you eat again and like you don't need to. I would like right now, like I would charge into that Genji. Not bad. But you don't have your E because you wasted it, and you could have had your E. So right now that's the main thing, is that Mauga's cooldowns are so like impactful, but also like short. Like your E only lasts like 3 seconds, and if you're using it from far away when you're not taking damage, it's just wasteful. I don't know if you know this, but it also gives you like damage reduction too. So like it's also just nice to pop it sometimes, just for the damage reduction. Okay. Just poking, kind of zoning people out. Wasting E again for no reason. Oh wow, you guys are killing them through it. That's nice. At this range, like at that range, at the for the ram, like at this range, just like shoot both your guns. Just shoot both of them. Good charge. Try to cancel the Genji blade. Decent E because you're low, but you're missing a lot of your shots. Kind of a mistake charging in with no E, half health. It's alright though. Instead of charging in, I would have charged out. It's a nice thing about his charge too, is that you get damage reduction when you charge. So like, if you use it to charge out, like it's often really good. So, don't know what you're doing here. Yeah, you just go around in a circle kind of.
Hunting them down.
Just charge away. Yeah.
60 seconds remaining.
Hello there. Hi.
So, main thing I'm noticing is that you waste your E pretty much every single time you use it. And then I think there's like opportunities here where, so like right here, not a terrible use of E because it does give you damage reduction, but nice charging out. There's just certain like, just like watching you play, I can see like there's certain like I can see like opportunities arise where I'm like, okay, why aren't you charging in and then like Eing, you know? So like right here, I would reload, try to get healed up. So you eat again for no reason.
Hunting them down.
10 seconds remaining.
Good kill on the Bastion.
I was drawn to you.
I like the ult, zoning ult kinda. I like using his ult like that a lot. Nice, using both guns. Yeah, at this range, even on squishies, like, just use both guns. You guys cap? I don't know if y'all cap. I don't think y'all do. It's okay.
Round 1.
King's Row, you can always win. You can always win, even if you don't fully cap.
Score.
It's one of those maps. Okay, sweet. Starting out on Mauga, like it. Mauga Hog.
I move quick.
Mauga on defense.
If you like.
I like defensive more in general, but alright, let's fast forward here. King's Row defense, very easy to hold first. You just can't overextend, just play it safe. Not sure how you're gonna play this, but for the most part, you always want to stay on this side of the statue, because your supports can see you, right? If your supports are set up further back, like usually an Ana will be up here, and like higher ranks will be sitting up here so they can see you. If you stay on that side of the statue, when you go on this side of the statue, on this side, it's harder for your supports to see you. So that's something to think about. Yeah, don't play on, I don't know if you play on this side, but mainly play on where your hog's at. And just play slow, just poke them. Punish their mistakes. Like that diva going up. I would actually like, okay, so wasting E. I like shooting the Genji. You're backing up a lot for no reason. You hear that Ana behind you. I would have shot that Ana. Ana doesn't have sleep. I'm charging at her right now. As soon as I wake up, I'm charging at her. I would charge at that Ana. Even though there's a diva like on your team and stuff, like they can handle it. I just charge. I don't know. I have tank brain. Like I'm charging at that Ana. It's okay though. So you're playing like a little far back. I would have played like a little closer. It could, I don't know, just preference, but I would play like where your hog is at actually, to be honest. And I would just kind of like peek here, you know, peek a little bit, shoot them. You have a Lari Juno. Peek a little bit. If I start taking damage, pop my E, shoot the Ramatra. As soon as my E ends, I'm gonna back up behind this wall again, right? And then let them peek, and then unshoot them as they peek. But you're playing a little far back. Like, Mauga does have range, but he isn't necessarily a ranged hero, you know? I like that you, like, you're wasting E, like, I keep saying that, we know that already, but I just have to say it when you do it. I do like how you manage your, like, gun, though. A lot of Maugas will just, like, herder, like, shoot, like, both at the same time, but you ignite them, and then you crit them, which is nice. One thing about, so this is 6v6. D.Va in 6v6, if you just keep shooting her, she's gonna run out of DM, and then you can demech her. Like, it's actually, it's much easier to deal with a D.Va as Mauga in 6v6 than in 5v5. You're wasting E. Good job shooting Ana. Good charge. Good charging away. When I play Mauga, you're shooting both your guns, and you're far away. Don't do that. I would E right here. This is when I would E. Okay, good. I would have E'd earlier as soon as I heard a Genji Blade, because it also gives your team lifesteal. I would have E'd a little earlier.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Okay, not a bad hold, but you're wasting E. But there's opportunities here. Main one being not wasting your E. That is a wall. That is a very interesting sim wall. E. Yeah. That's when you want to E, right? When you're close like that and you're low and taking damage. That's when you E. Because you also get increased lifesteal. So that would have been the perfect time to E while you're shooting the Ramatra. I didn't see what second perk you got, but let's see what you pick. I like getting the Fire Runner one, because it basically makes your running and stomping like crazy. I would have not canceled Stomp there and tried to get the Mauga. Okay, good. I like it. I like it. Yes, big E. I like it. One thing you can also do, okay, good E. If you're getting, okay, I like it. I like the play. You traded. I think that's the perfect play there, because they're down 3 and you guys are only down you. So, good play. One thing that I want to say is that when you pop your ult and you're taking a shit ton of damage, or you pop your ult and they throw Mei wall or Mei ult, or you pop your ult and they pop D.Va ult, you can cancel it and run away. One thing that is amazing about Mauga Charge is that you're immune to CC when you're running. So like, you can't be slept, you can't be, maybe you can be Sigma rocked, I'm not sure, but you can't be like Mei frozen, you can't be you know, whatever another CC is. So like, if you pop your ult and they like try to CC you, or you're taking a shit ton of damage and you're just gonna die, which this is a good ult, by the way. I'm just saying this in general. You can cancel it and run away. So just something to think about. But good ult. That was a very tank ult. You killed, you know, they were down 3. You traded your ult for 3 people. That was very worth.
That was embarrassing.
Okay, they did kill 3 too with D.Va ult, but it was worth. And you guys get back and you get another fight. Wasting E.
Go get him!
Like right now would have been a perfect time to pop E when that D.Va pushes you. Charge in. You want to touch. Charge in. Charge in. Charge in. Damn. Like right there, it's worth charging in, because like you guys didn't full cap, and like, yeah, and you had your E too, so. Just Mauga stuff. She presses you. Yeah, like she just explodes. She's just playing it really dumb. I want to see where your hog is at, and I want you to press that Mauga.
Hunting them down.
You're so far back. I want you up there. Like, play on that corner where your hog is at.
Hi. Hello.
Charging through. Everybody right.
Neutralizing projectile. I'm on fire.
Yeah, not a lot you can do here. Just kind of shoot the tanks, poke the tanks. Not bad. Right here, something I like to do with Mauga, and you got the... Okay, you got the HP one. It's not bad, but you're not even playing on the cart. So, might be a little wasteful. Or maybe you are. I don't know. What is... Okay, I don't know what this is in the middle of my screen. I'm not sure. I got the Fire Runner one. Either way. Don't know what that is. Okay, what I was gonna say though. Stu's really low when he's walled, and you're pretty far back, and you have Juno ult up. Even if you're low, what I like to do with my charge sometimes, when they're like this and they're like kind of taking space, I like to charge around and make like a loop, right, with my charge. I don't like charging in to the enemy very often, but I like charging into them and then charging back to my team. So like that's a kind of like thing that you can start doing with Mauga. It's annoying and it creates for the enemy, and it creates a lot of space. And it keeps you up, you know, because you aren't charging directly into them, but you are charging into them, but you're just running it back. So like I don't know, like I see this from Macho here. You're pretty much full health. I'm charging at him and I'm just running around this way. You know, and with the fire charger perk, it's like really, really good doing that. You have your E, pop your E, you're low. Nice. I'm gonna assume we all don't hold, but I could be wrong.
Hello there.
Popping E for no reason. Gotta stop doing that. It's a good hook by your hog there. I like that charge. I would have waited to use E until you took damage.
Keep this fire burning.
Like right then, I would have used E, right?
Cannot escape me.
But I understand using it preemptively sometimes, just to like, you're expecting damage, but yeah, it's just... You gotta be careful about Genji deflect. Alright, you do have ult. There's 40 seconds left. Okay, you pressed E and then you're reloaded. That's bad. Don't do that. Your E only oh no! Damn. Is that 6v6? No boop resistance. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, you... Okay.
The payload
I think they cap.
approaching its destination.
Hey there.
10 seconds remaining.
Right in there.
Sensei.
Shoot both your guns.
Heat strokes up.
Hello there.
Okay, you guys... Yeah, so you guys win. It's not bad. Okay. Kind of two things I'm noticing with Mauga. Maybe three. The big one is you're wasting your shout pretty much every single time you use it. I think I've only seen you use it in this clip or in this video like twice. Correctly. You're using it when you're like more than 50 meters away from the enemy and you're full health. It's just so wasteful. Use it more when you charge in and you're taking damage. Or if you're on defense, use it when like an enemy tank pushes in and you're taking damage. That's really something to think about, because the way you're using it, you wasted it almost every single time. Another thing is that you're playing kind of far back. Like you're playing really, really far back actually. So many of these fights, you're like behind your whole team, which is like not what a tank should be doing at all.
The payload is approaching its destination.
You wanna... It's an annoying ass sound. You want to play with your team, right? So where they can see you, but you don't want to play behind them. And then like another thing is like at this, trying to find this point. There's like times where like you aren't you like don't have that like tank initiative. Like you aren't like doing what a tank should be doing. So like right here, like you have both of your cooldowns. Okay, you reload. You have.
Hey, I'm feeling better already.
Let's see what happens. Okay, I hear Devolt go out. I'm charging in. You have almost all of your ammo. You have the ammo perk. You have both your cooldowns. I'm charging in. Look at where your hog is at. Your hog is on the cart trying to stop it. Your Alari is on the cart trying to stop it. And you're like behind a wall, right? Look at you. You're hiding. You're scared. Charge in here, slam on the Ramatra, pop your E, and shoot him. It's going to help your team sustain right here. And it's going to, you know, potentially win you guys this fight. That's another thing. There are just fights like this where it's like, why aren't you in there, you know? But that will come with time, you know? You play more, you'll like notice these things. So not super bad, but definitely some things to work on. I think the things that you are good at is like your ammo, what do you call it? Like management, and like the way that you shoot is like really good. Sometimes almost like you'll be close range and you'll be like shooting with one and then shooting with the other. Like if you're like at this range right here where you're at, just double. Use both guns. Any further than this, use only one. I think that's really good. I think you have like a good sense of like when to like back out and stuff. So like that's really good. I didn't really see you feed that much or like overextend. In fact, like I think you played too safe. I think you like didn't like playing tank is like a fine line between feeding and you know, taking space and staying alive. It's just finding that right like median. But all in all, not terrible. You did win the game, but yeah, 3 things. Stop Eing when when you're far away and you're not taking damage. You're wasting it almost every fight. Think about opportunities like this when you can charge in and E and save your team. This is when you should be using it. And then also, what was the other thing? I forget. But yeah, I hope this is helpful. Yeah, good luck out there.